Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to review Night in the Woods, and actually why it is such a fantastic game that you should play. I just played the recently released Nintendo Switch version, and there aren't that many problems with it, so I'd rather just review it in a more general sense than just specific for this console. So Night in the Woods is a fantastic mystery game, platformer, and overall I'd say social experience, because what you do in this game mainly is just being a young cat that's talking to our friends and members of the town. To be specific, you are May Borowski, 20-year-old college dropout who just went back to her hometown and actually tries to get her life back again because it really fell apart. This is one part, for example, of the overall story that you can actually experience in Night in the Woods. Other parts are, of course, the conflict between your parents and yourself, why you dropped out of college, and of course, other things that you missed while you've been gone. And, well, in the meantime, the hometown actually just continues to develop on, and you have to catch up to see what's happening. Especially since May Borowski is like 20 years old, drop off and everything. She isn't really a grown-up, not an adult. And that really contrasts her from all the other people that she met and also meets again after the long time that she was leaving. Other people had tragedies, family members dying, people finding other love interests, and of course just seeing how overall the city continued to develop on is quite an interesting contrast, how she just realized how time had a different pace while she was gone. Your main gameplay consists barely of just jumping around and controlling sometimes her arms to control other things, for example to steal something from a store, to grab a slice of pizza, or to just simply have a knife fight with a friend. Sure, why not? The most part of the game, you're actually talking to people, having interesting experiences, visiting parties, and of course having band practice together with them, which also features a nice little mini game in which you play sort of a Guitar Hero-esque way the bass, which is just controlled by your A, B, X, and Y button in the case of the Nintendo Switch. It's not really good, but it's not also very important, and you can even skip those band sessions if you don't feel like doing them. There's also a nice dungeon crawler minigame on your PC inside the game that's actually quite fun. I personally have not played much of it, but it is also not very integral to the story. It's more of an enrichment to the overall world and shows also how this is just a very interesting place, well written. All the people that you can talk to have something to share with you if you just continue to ask them and talk back to them. While being awkward at first, you actually get to know them a little better and start to see how also these people share interesting just memories about the town or have interesting connections back to your past when you were, for example, in school. One more aspect actually is also a key feature of the overall mystery behind that. Every day that you go out and meet your friends, it ends with you going to bed, well, surprisingly, and you have a dream. And those dreams consist more of weird fantasies that you have over your town. For example, you meet musicians all of a sudden and have to collect them, and then beasts arrive and try to take you away. It's not really being explained that well, but it is a key factor that also hints at the overall mystery that the city is hiding. I'm not going too much into detail with this one, of course, because that would spoil the experience, but over the overall 8 to 10 hour of game time that is really linear but still fun to exploit, say, with different save games opening sometimes more paths or different directions that you can take initially. It's really good to see what this game has on offer for you, and it only costs $19.99 US dollars or euros or $14.99 British pound, so it's not really that expensive, and for that price you get a lot of game out of it, a lot of fun out of it, and a fantastic story to experience. So yes, I recommend you should definitely buy Night in the Woods. And that's it for Night in the Woods. I know it's not that specific because there's an overall story that I just don't want to spoil for you, but trust me, it's a great experience with relationship dramas and of course overall interesting topics like depression, death in the family, and of course how to deal with that, how to continue after that. And yeah, it might be really sad at times, but it's what makes this game very special. They, at least from my perspective, dealt really well with that. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, of course, check it out also on our website where I've written everything down and gave it a score for you to decide if you would want to have that. And of course, there are also news on our website, thenewbyte.com, so check that out. Watch our social spaces, like of course our Twitch.tv channel or this YouTube channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the bell, of course, to get notifications when we upload a new video, and I hope I will see you in the next live stream or video.